Oh no, I've got a loosey-goosey table. That's not good. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. This table is loose. Oh man. Son of a gun. Howdy, you. How are you doing? How are the planes? How are the trains? How are the automobiles doing? I've got a wobbly table and I need to find a way to fix that because it's gonna bug me. Give me 1 second while I fix this wobbly table. No, it's still wobbly. Let's pull this over. That's better. Okay, got it. Wobbly table fixed. Oh, yeah, kind of in the dumps, dude. So I'm feeling it, if that's the case. Doing okay is where I'm at right now. I really need to pre-mix this clay before I start doing this stuff. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it marbled for this. But, howdy, Pauline. Ahoy, ahoy. Today I'm going to make a little fox. I was going to do some Ninja Turtles, but I think I'll save that for next week. I don't have enough air dry clay to do what I need to be doing. I forgot to pick some up at the store. In case you're wondering about the music, it's the soundtrack for Silent Hill F, which I have been listening to nonstop. I'm completely obsessed with this game. I'm going to be making one of these little guys. My camera will not focus. So let me know how many tails I should put. So for now, I'm going to make a little round body, a little bean-shaped body. And I'm going to be doing kind of something special on this one. This one's going to be gray and black, but it's going to be special because it's going to be wearing a mask. And like I said, you can kind of decide how many tails. I was going to go with 1 tail. I have 2 tails here and 3 tails here. But this one's going to be mostly gray and black. And I know that's not very exciting. But it is what it is. Okay, his little body, her little body. It's actually going to be girl this time. This one's a girl. And I'm okay with the marbling in the clay that I've got here. 1 big tail. Got it. I can do that. I like really big tails on fictional creatures. It keeps wanting to focus on everything in the background. And I don't know why. Is this a good? This is probably a good. Yep, I keep seeing Hinako's face. I just finished Hinako, by the way. I'm doing a video on that. But, yeah. It keeps wanting to focus on the Hinako in the background. I might have to move her. Okay, I think that's beanie enough for me. I'm probably going to add some texture here, I think. As soon as I smooth that out. I don't have my oil on me. Thank you. I was going with really long limbs this time. I normally make my characters really pudgy, and I like them that way, and like a short stack. But this one I made really long. And I'm editing the video for that right now. I'm doing the voiceover. I hate doing voiceover, but it needs to be done. Can't just use AI. Howdy, the Bry, you know who. Wait, the Bry or Thebri? Thebri's, that's a name, right? I don't think so. I'm gonna add some textures, even though you won't see them. I'm actually gonna be adding textures to the whole thing this time. There's a technique I want to try today, and let me know if I do a good job. You know who is such a mischievous little name. I don't know who. I've never met you, good sir. So yeah, I'm going to be trying some new stuff today. And see if it turns out, if my camera wants to stay in focus. Actually, I've dropped this phone so many times, I need to get a new one if I want to start actually streaming and recording. I'm making little foxes. So I have this three-tailed one. And I have this tails that I made from Sonic a while ago. It's all messy now. I got to clean these and seal them. But he's got two tails. This one I think is going to have one big tail, as EQ suggested. And it's going to be real fluffy. Thank you. I really like foxes. I always have. They're just, I'm one of those kids. I grew up as one of those kids. It's like, this animal's really cool and I'm going to have it on a t-shirt. So yeah. I think foxes are really cute. So I'm going to make a couple. I actually want to make loads more of these. There's so many designs you could do. There's that Nar. And that's it. That's all the foxes. I'm kidding. There's the one from Okami. There's so many Inari that you could take inspiration from. And the thing that I like about these kinds of foxes is that the older they are, the more tails they have. So when you see something in lore that's like, oh, it's a nine-tailed fox, it means it's really goddamn old. And I think they cap out at 9. I've never heard of a fox with more tails than 9. You're drawing anime? What anime are you drawing? Or I mean, what kind of stuff? I think that's always fun when people come on here and tell me, oh, I'm also doing something creative while you're doing this thing. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Ah, Demon Slayer. I have not watched that one. And I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't like the character design, so I'm probably not going to watch it ever. Like I said, no offense if you like it, but it's just not for me. I've been watching anime since the 90s, so my taste is very, very basic. But that's awesome. I think drawing's cool no matter what you're doing. That looks very appropriate. You definitely know what I'm making just from looking at this. I'm making a joke. Yeah, I'm a basic B. I like my anime standard. I like my men's faces long and my girl's eyes big. Actually, should I do the face now? I might do the face now because the face is actually going to be covered up by a mask this time. EQ. Alright, excuse my gulping noises. So I'm gonna try to make the face pretty pointy this time around. I don't normally. Like, I try to keep it kind of cute. You're gonna go here with your brothers and sisters. Or brother and sister? Both brothers? They're probably both boys. I don't know. He's referring to the shape. It's a chili pepper. Clearly it's a chili pepper. It's a rocket ship! Yeah! EQ, have you ever seen that movie, Death to Smoochie? With Robin Williams and Edward Norton. I was like, who's that actor I really, really like? Edward Norton. That's the one. Wow, it really does not want to focus today. So I apologize for that. Is that a good head size? I feel like... Oh, I haven't watched that one. Surprise, surprise, I'm also not super into K-pop. I liked Brown Eyed Girls when they were a thing. They were great. And then, Sunny Hill was another one I really liked. I'm probably gonna move Hinako out of... because she's just... The camera just wants to focus on Hinako. It's like there's some details going on in the background, and we know... See? We know it's there. And we want to look at it for some reason. It's probably that YouTube AI detection that they've got going on that everyone's complaining about. Alright, you know who. You better not be like some people in here who say, I'll be right back, and then come back immediately. Sometimes I wonder if this form of streaming is any good, but I can't really stream any other way until I get more followers. I knew it! I knew it. You would be gone for 2 seconds after saying, be right back. Well, I appreciate you coming back. Alright, I think that's a proper fox head. I should probably plan what to play after this, because this soundtrack's only like an hour long. And, it's spooky. Howdy, Jose. You have 3 names. I mean, I technically have 3 names too, but they're not all that cool. I didn't even realize, in Asia they don't do 3 names. They don't do first, middle, and last. They just have their first and their last. And I'm like, that's cool as heck. I have brothers who have 2 middle names. So that means they have 4 names. And that's too much. It's just too much. There, now it's a chili pepper with a... Oh my god. This is not good. I've made a grave error in judging how mature I am as a human being. Also, I need to make a space for... Oh my god, my oil's missing. My oil! I have a cure for you. You ready? Stop coughing! Did that work? It's getting far worse. Yeah, this is this is way funnier than I thought it would be. Crap. That's no bueno, is it? Hold on, I have to go get my oil. I'll be right back. Oh Lord. My oil. Oh no, I'm almost out of my oil. Alright, so what are these hearts? You children and your creative... You combine emoticons and emojis. That's incredible. That's the future. No. EQ, this is a Christian channel. I'm not making it very Christian, am I? Oh my lord. This is a Christian manga. You can't say stuff like that. Hold on, I have a tool for this, probably. Hey. All right, that's... I'm not comfortable with this anymore. Stop focusing on Hinako's face. Oh, my dog passed out. She was being really rambunctious earlier. She was like eating my mattress. Now she's all passed out. Does that look any more... Whatever. This is life. Sometimes things just look inappropriate and don't focus. Because Hinako's face again. Oh my god. Well, now it just looks deformed, though. Hola, buenas noches. No hablo. I'm going to go ahead and assume that's Spanish, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. I actually don't know how to say hello in Portuguese, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that's Spanish. Zebra's got me. Now you two can chat about what an ignorant green guy I am in the comments. What? Never mind. You've let me down. Not because you can't speak Spanish, just because you're Irish. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. I'm pretty sure I'm Irish too. Okay. Okay. Is this looking okay? It looks kind of white on camera more than gray. What's that noise? What's that from? Is that Minecraft? I don't play Minecraft, so... like from Ireland, or you live in Florida and your family came to America from Ireland like 100 years ago? Because people over here call themselves Irish all the time. Hi, Hinako. Stop focusing on her face. See, same thing. Unmistakably Irish, but did your family just come over on the slave trade like hundreds of years ago, and now you're here? Okay, this head is giving me the business. I think I'm gonna add more to the... It looks kind of awkward. What if I did that? 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 What if you couldn't see what... Margot, what if... Go like... Oh, you speak Gaelic? Okay. So you're actually Irish. Okay. I can't read that, by the way. Okay. What am I gonna do with this? I know some of those. They're real neat. I have a fellow, he's from Scotland. His family moved to Ireland. And then they moved to California. And he was great. His name was Kieran. Oh, right before World War II. My family came over because they were Puritan and they wanted to prosecute people. So they were like, well, let's move to Sandwich. So they moved to Sandwich. Most of my Irish comes from my southern side. But yeah, Kieran was the coolest. He was like a dad. He was like a second dad. He was the best. He gave us his family's whiskey that they brew in Scotland. But he claimed both. He was like, well, I'm from Ireland, but I'm Scottish. And I'm like, okay, guy. There can be only one. Like a steward of things? Is that where that comes from? This looks like a rabbit's foot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to get that to kind of turn. You know what? I'm gonna add feet pads, but I feel like the tail's probably gonna end up covering it. I don't think I'll be able to get this done in an hour. I might have to continue doing this next stream. No, 2 hours. I don't think I'll be able to get this done in 2 hours. How long do I normally stream? Help, PQ. I tried so hard to get this stream started earlier. Why'd you kill your grandpa? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. That's really insensitive. I'm sorry. That's a bad joke. I won't make that joke. Alright, let's get these feet kind of fixed up and placed on a surface. Hold on. I'm going to place them on a surface off screen that you can't see so it looks like... Yeah, there we go. I was joking. I know you didn't kill your grandma. That was just speculation around the town, I promise. I'm sure your grandma was great. I apologize. Now it says I only have one viewer. I lost a viewer. My bad. This is where dumb jokes get you EQ. Alright. Those are some foxy feet. Do I want this to be more inappropriate than it already is? These are feet. Alright. Wait a second. I'm not a boy. What is this? EQ, did I tell you the story of how everyone in my family thought that we had a boy dog because she was really small? And my husband's like, oh, that's a boy dog. And I was like, okay, I think. And then it occurred to me that dogs' peepers are in the middle of their stomachs. And I went, that's not a boy dog. So my son has a dog named Columbo. That's a girl. He named it, by the way. All right. I know I've just been kefuddling with this for the past 5 minutes, but I'm trying to figure out what's good. 6 dogs! Your house must reek. I know, because I have 2 and they reek. Constantly having to, like, wipe these a-holes down and... they're the worst. No, I love them. They're great. We accidentally got 2 cattle dogs, though. And I didn't want any, so here we are. Wait, where did my blade go? Is it in here? Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on, I'm fuddling around again. I'm trying to get this out of here. 2 at the house and 4 here. Oh, no, that means I only got 1 house. And pretty soon I'm going to have a dog that's just for the outside times. I keep talking about this dream dog I'm going to get. And goddamn Pyrenees. I love those little things. Big guys. Little things. Anyway, the point of my story is that, oh, no. Don't drop your phone. The point of my story is that I don't like female dogs. I don't like their attitudes, and I don't like their personalities normally, but my husband brought home a female dog and a female cat within like a month of each other. because he couldn't leave them. Couldn't leave them where they were. And I thought I was going to have the problem when I got married. Like, I'm going to be the one to bring home all the cats and all the dogs. Nope. This man actively searches out animals. One time he brought home a cat that was identical to my cat that I already had. And, like, exact markings, everything. And they were found in the same area a few years apart. I'm fairly certain that they were brothers or cousins, or because their dad was probably still wandering around there, right? But yeah, that cat was great. Dogs just bark, dude. They just constantly want attention. Yeah, they had the same markings, but one was a little darker, but they had the same face too. All right, Bri. I'll believe you this time. Yeah, so they were definitely related, and they loved each other. They're like best friends. Um, the second one that we got, he came home one day and he was just like having seizures, so I had to take him to the vet. And the vet was like, "Look at this. It looks like he's been like this for weeks." And he's like, "He like the muscle degradation." I'm like, "He was just jumping up on the counter. I don't know what happened, right?" And then the nurse, who was really nice, who wasn't a bitch, came in and she was like, "Yeah, this looks like antifreeze poisoning." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, my neighbors are a-holes and they just don't care about like working in the road." So that's probably what happened. He probably got antifreeze poisoning. And, it's like, how are you supposed to keep a cat inside? All right, hold on. I'm gonna pop. I think I'm okay with this shape. I'm gonna pop this in the oven because I'm gonna add more details. Two brother cats with the same colors but different patterns. Yes, that I thought that was pretty crazy that they had like the exact same thing, right? They were cute cats too. Hold on, I gotta pop that guy in the oven because I'm not working with air dry clay today. Sun's red as hell. And I just found out that black and white cats. Okay, Bri, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. It's fun having people in here. You guys are... I attract some pretty interesting people. So thanks so much for stopping in. Yeah, but I found out that black and white cats and orange cats have the same genes. So they're, but there's like one slight difference. So it's like, because I've seen that a lot where you get cats where there's an orange cat and a black and white cat and they're really close. Like brothers, And I always thought that was funny. But they have very similar personality traits, tuxedos and himbo orange cats. Alright, I'm gonna have to like mix in this. It's been so cold here. This clay is so hard. I'm gonna toss this in. And we're gonna mix some clay on stream because I never pre-mix clay for some reason. Actually, this was kind of a last minute, like, I'm gonna do this last minute. I never think this stuff through. I still haven't posted my video of all my little Sonic characters together, so gotta do that. And I gotta get this all. So actually, I'll show you what my plan is. I'm gonna try to get this texture once this clay gets nice and soft. Stop focusing on Hinako. It wants to focus on everything but what I'm doing. That's insane. I gotta get a better... I gotta stream better. Gotta get better. I don't know if you can hear my music, but the soundtrack's really good. I don't know who to do next after this, though. It's probably gonna be Buck Owens. Who knows? I actually don't know if my stream gets like... Oh yeah, okay, I'm almost close to that texture I'm going for. So, what I'm going for is this kind of... Hold on, let me just rub this between my hands really quick so I don't shake the whole table. Alright, so the texture I'm going for... You can't prove that he isn't one. I mean, you can, he's Vulcan, but... Gosh darn, I really like TNG and Voyager. I'm gonna rewatch the original series soon, just because the cinematography on that's fantastic. So I'm gonna try to get like this kind of texture that you get with the lines, and when you pull it more and more, it kind of gets... See that? And I want to do the fox's fur in this texture, but I don't know how I'm gonna layer it is the problem. You know what I mean? Like, I really like this texture. Maybe I cut it in half and then put it on top of each other. That's what I'm thinking. But this is going to be the fox's fur color. Oh, did they update all that for, like, the Blu-rays and stuff? The TOS, did they do that? I think my guy's done. I could be wrong. Hold on. Let me take a sip of my drink. Yeah, I really like the layery look, so I'm gonna try to kind of get... If it might take me a while, and that's the only problem I'm having. All right, let's take it out. Out of the Baconator. It's... Ow! 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 Oh no, it's falling. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Here we go. Okay. As the usual. Ow, 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 ow! Pain. Okay. So, for this little guy, everything's going to be a little different. I'm going to try to get that layery kind of... What I'll do is I'll make one kind of strip of it and then cut it in half, I think. I do not remember this song in this game. La, la, la. This is very 2005 anime opening. Weird. Yeah, CG is not the way to go with Star Trek. It's just a fact. I mean, obviously, I'm talking big shit, but and Voyager's my favorite show. So we had a doctor who was a hologram, but they used to do all kinds of stupid stuff too to make him look. But I just don't like... I don't like any of the new stuff, like Discovery and all that. I'm going to watch the cartoon one because it's got Voyager characters in it. But I feel like it's a trap, right? They want me to go back and look at the Voyager characters. Not, man. They're trying to trap me. And people like me who heckin' love Voyager for some reason. Probably because we're not too bright, but we just like coffee. That's all it is. I don't care if you like coffee. I don't remember this music being in here. It's wild. It's a good thing I'm replaying the game. Okay, I'm gonna do it kind of layer. Alright, let's see. Okay, I'll do one more stretchy layer thingy. I don't think I'll include this. Oh, don't even get me started on George Lucas and his team's brilliant ability to bring toy planes to life. Oh, it's Brad time. Howdy, Brad. What is that? Is that a possum? Is it supposed to be a badger? Because it looks like a possum. Which I have loads of around here. I've almost hit a few. Because they won't get out of the road. It's kind of crazy. I actually had sort of a midlife crisis the other day because I'm from the same... I grew up in the same valley as George Lucas, and I had heard that he said I was very proud to be from Modesto. And I was like, how can you say that in the year 2012? Earth's immune system. That's... I mean, aren't like whales, clams? Is that the end of the album? Nope. Whales, clam, they say lambs. Beans, potatoes, tomatoes. Shrimp. That's why I don't eat shrimp. Because they're like little... Okay. See, that's kind of cool. I like the texture on that. And see if that's going to go on the tail. Yeah, that's going to go on the tail. I'm just worried it's a little too wiggly now. Oh, I've made a mistake. And I've kissed that dang old snake. I don't know how Cinderella mistake anything for a snake. Okay, I'm gonna put a little... Can you hear that? I have to worry that my dog is dying every time she has a dream because she's like inhaling so aggressively when she sleeps. Not only did he think Star Wars was a flop and started working on Indiana Jones, he took a vacation to Hawaii, and it was like, nothing's gonna come of this. And then they were like, yo, dog, why are you in Hawaii? Your movie's like doing super good. He's like, I don't know. You know why? Because that movie was saved. I'm gonna say it, like, I know it's rude, but like it was kind of saved in the editing. He as a filmmaker didn't really have faith in it because he kind of didn't have anything as it was. And when the editor got a hold of it, he was like, well, there's something here. I'll do it. I'll make something out of it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really sad because after I moved from California, this is part of my mental breakdown. I I had the realization that I would never, because my brothers had already had a George Lucas encounter at a Starbucks. It occurred to me that I would never have one out in the wild after I moved out of California, because that's kind of something that just happens. George Lucas will just show up in your family photos and you won't know it. But yeah, after I moved from California, I'm like, I'm probably never going to have a George Lucas in the Wild experience. Yeah, because George Lucas worked with him in American Graffiti. I don't, yeah, because I don't know because all the cast of Nightmare on Elm Street actually auditioned for Star Wars and then they didn't get it, so they went to Nightmare on Elm Street and they got those parts. So, which is crazy to me. I would love to see like who would have been who. Um, but you would think he'd be like, no, I really like Harrison Ford. Did I say George Harrison earlier? Or did I say George Lucas? The Beatles have been on my mind. Anyway, but you would have been like, no, I love Harrison Ford. He's going to be in this. And no, he held open auditions, and someone was about to get the part for Han Solo, and it's like that's kind of odd to me. It's like you like this guy enough that you're going to put him in several of your movies. Okay, how does that? Is that? Hold on, let me try to get that. Is that okay? I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So I'm gonna pop another one of these on here. Please focus, camera. Yeah, I don't know. I think George Lucas is probably the funniest billionaire on. I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's probably the funniest rich person on the planet, in my opinion. Just because, like, once he got money, there was no one there to tell him no for the prequels. Everyone was like, "Yeah, George, that's great, that's awesome." But obviously, when he was writing the earlier, like working on the earlier ones, there were people there to be like, "Yo, dog, we can't. That's not cool. We can't do that." I think my favorite fact about him is that he was like, I don't like the way that Star Wars sounds with the current technology. Can we fix that? And they did. Carrie Fisher hated him for making her film because she just wanted to do cocaine all day and not have to worry about it. Understandable. Her mom was already a piece of shit. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I made the tail too long. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try to, okay. Whee. I kind of don't remember this song in the game either. I'm gonna be real. I mean, Carrie Fisher was gonna be famous either way. She's pretty fucking hot, dude. Come on, let's be real. And she was already obviously auditioning for movie roles. So whatever she got, she'd become famous. She was a fantastic actress, I think. In my humble opinion. Okay, that's gonna go on top of there, I think. Oh wow, I really covered up the legs. That's fine, I guess, right? But for now, we're gonna do. Oh my god, this is gonna take so long. This is gonna be the most boring process of making anything anyone's ever watched. Oh no, I do remember the song. Ooh, that guitar just hit me. Oh, the slave. I had a figure of that as a child, and I didn't see anything upsetting or wrong about it. I was like, this is Leia. She's cool. I had that, and I had the one of her on Endor. And then I think no, my husband got me the Boba Fett later. My husband used to collect all of the Star Warses, all the Star Wars toys, but he would save up so that he could buy one to play with and then one to keep in the box. And recently he realized this isn't ever going to make me money. And so he's like, just give it to the boy. And so we just let our kids open them all up and have a blast with them. And they really did. This is me making problems for myself. Wee. Watch Milky as she live streams herself making problems. It was necessary to the plot. Absolutely. It's not at all a coincidence that she's sitting next to a large fat man the second he starts to gain weight. Get out of here. You're out of your mind. Or it is a coincidence. What did I say? I don't know. Anyway. No, it was essential to the plot, Brad. I don't understand what you're getting at. Alright. So this is gonna go right here, I think. Yeah. Oh my god. I just made the most complicated BS ever for myself. Am I kidding? I'm always kidding. I never take anything seriously. Don't listen to a single thing I say. Take it all with a grain of salt. Unless I'm getting, like, absolutely angry over something, then you know. The bloody pipe-wielding schoolgirl is new. She's from Silent Hill F, which, by the way, is not anti-marriage. It's not anti-anything. It's not, it's just, it's literally a story about a person. It's hardly woke. I think people read into some trans subtext with it, but that's not there either. They make that very apparent in the script. Like, the main character is very, like, she behaves like a boy sometimes, but she's like, I never felt like I was not a girl. And it's like, oh, okay. It's like, but I think people read into the script. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened there. It's very good. It's not woke. It's, well, it's fantastic. I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's the main character. I beat it 3 times. I have to get the 4th ending. I've already gotten the 5th ending, which is the joke UFO ending that all Silent Hill games have. The music for that's playing right now, actually. The joke ending. But yeah, I've beaten it 3 times or 4 times, and now I got to get the final ending, which is supposed to be the good ending that everyone's like, this is the good ending, and I'm like, there is no good ending because I'm not going to spoil it, but there's no good ending. This is Silent Hill, obviously, right? You're stuck in Silent Hill. You're here for a reason. It's a really fantastic game. And everyone's complaining about, well, the controls are a little, like, blocky, and I'm like, well, it's kind of innovative in a sense. Like, it feels like as helpless as a survival horror game, but there's some ways to get it, like, really working. Thank you, Brad. I'm kind of really happy with her. There's parts where I'm like, she doesn't look good, right? And then I stare at her and I'm like, I actually kind of like her. And then, like, I don't think other people are gonna like her. And then I do that whole thing. Um, wait, EQ, what you're describing is what Brad calls girl math. That's girl math. Like, why am I getting arrested for, like, he deserved it, obviously. God, women are just something, aren't they? God, this soundtrack's really good. Sorry. Okay. I'm unsure of what to do with this foot because I'm gonna cover it up anyway. But what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll just put a little. Is this cracks and breaks? I've had so many problems with my little figurines breaking. I don't think I'm kneading it right, or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit of clay right there just to make it gray. But then I'm gonna cover that up with a tail anyway. So just so it's gray on the bottom. But you can't see that because the camera's obviously focusing on Hinako. Don't fall over, bitch. Please don't do this to me. You fall off this desk, break my setup, and land on the floor and crack. I'll cry. My setup being this bag from the Capcom store that my brother got me. No, my sister-in-law got it for me. Excuse me. She's the one making the money. Oh no, that's scary. I'm a Snap person. I finally qualify for Snap. Yay. No, it's not a yay. It's I really wish I didn't have to do that. But yeah, that's scary. My husband actually said the other day, he said I was like, "Well, I have to go to Walmart." And he was like, "Don't go into Missouri." And I was like, "Okay." Just because it's kind of more populated than all the other little towns around us. But I was like, "Okay, fine." He's like, "This whole Snap thing is making people go insane." Which I don't know, man. Hold on. What was I doing? Making layers. I'm just gonna keep making layers. Yeah, no, I'm you know what? I really don't like filming myself doing art. Like this is kind of fun because I get to hang out and talk to people while I do it, not just children all day, but I get to hang out and talk to people while I do it. But the whole YouTube, like, oh, I gotta post this and make sure it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make money off this. Like, I don't know, dude. It's what I want to do. I eventually want to start up my own business where I'm selling like things like charms, but I want to be able to provide quality things, you know? I don't want to just make a thing and put it together and be like, here, take it. And then like, what if it drops? And then that thing they bought from me snaps. And I don't like that idea. I really want to get good at this eventually. I want it to look nice. I want it to work well. I would like to start a business eventually, but I don't know. I've got to figure something out because I don't want my husband working his job forever. It's garbage. Even such a married couple that stick together, have children, and mom stays home to raise the children, and the dad works. Can you throw those families? But yeah, no. Actually, I know this is gonna sound. It's gonna sound. No, but he got an email recently where it's like, we found out that you have a dependent without a job. It's like, yeah, but my kids are homeschooled and I'm teaching them. I don't not have a job. So they're like, yeah, so give us proof that they like have a job or like they're applying for one. And I'm like, no, I can't. I don't know, man. Where I moved is way different. Everything, all the standards are weird and different. Oh my God, stop focusing on Hinako camera. All right. I think that's good. Whee! I like that. So here's the issue. I've got to put this tail on, but I want to put the tail... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm done. Also here. Yeah, no, I was thinking about that today. Just how people are goddamn raised nowadays. And how many are raised by single moms, and I'm just like, this is everyone's fault. Not a safe topic for channel growth. You're right, Brad. My bad. You're right. Keep it sanitized. Keep it clean, man. Don't let your brain think about things. How could you? That's... Hold on. I know I'm talking about serious stuff, but that's kind of cute as hell. I'm not gonna lie. It's my best Kronk impression. It's not actually, but I just thought it sounded like Kronk. All right, this song's cool as hell, but no, yeah, for sure. We've come never go full Johnny. Wow, that's hurtful, dude. Because we all have context of what that quote means. Yeah, I know. He's like, hey guys, don't. He'll be in the chat. Don't hurt the channel, y'all. And then he'll be like going on the craziest topics, and I'm like, were we having the same conversation? Oh wait, is this medieval Wii Sports? That's what this sounds like. Bardcore. You ever listen to Bardcore, Brad? Yeah, no, I definitely want my kids to be able to see that, loving parents in the household kind of thing. I don't know. It's so difficult because it's like on the one hand it's like I don't want my children to fall for like I don't know, traps. I want my girls to be like strong and independent, but I also want them to be like good partners, I don't know how to balance that. I mean, I don't know how to balance the attitudes. I don't know how to come off like not a man hater, you know what I mean? And be like, one of the worst. You should live for yourself, but also come off as like, well, but also your partner is very important. And no, Brad, you're right. Absolute banger. I don't know, man. Raising kids is hard. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Not because kids are awful, just because you are awful and you need to reconsider your life after having kids. Alright, let's do this. Let's pop that on there. Let's focus, camera, please. We're doing important things here. Wait, do I do need to I know how to speak English. Do I need to kind of rip that off? I really like this texture, but I don't think I'm getting it right. Yeah, my son really likes bardcore. Any song that's turned into sort of medieval stuff with like... Wait, what song is this? Is this Senbon Sakura? Yes, this is Senbon Sakura. Dun, 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 dun. Am I doing that on screen? I'm about to take my hour break here in a minute. So my camera's been doing this thing where it won't... Oh, there it is! Now you can't see me. That's good. Last time I tried to do that, it didn't work. YouTube's been doing some stuff, dude. They've been trying new things, and it's not working. I like robotic Vocaloid music. Oh, my playlist is just going off the chain, playing whatever I have. That's not really acceptable or conducive to a chill vibe. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what moms are for, right? Your dad goes, hey, you should do this path. And then your mom goes, follow your heart. And then they're always wrong. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, we're definitely in our stage of stick together no matter what kind of. I'm not gonna air out any of my shit, but definitely every decision I've made is for my kids. Oh, sorry, that's not on the screen. And I think it's important when you have the kids, right? That's it. There's all your shit doesn't matter anymore. You got to get over yourself. Like, I hate hearing stuff where it's like, I had to leave my husband because he's beating my kids. Like, whoa, that's too much, man. Why can't everyone be like me? um, I've had some friends where like that, where it's like, yeah, it's like I miss my dad. I wish my dad was here, and it's like, oh, I want you to have your dad. And then their dad got out of prison, and they were like, yeah, my dad's actually a piece of garbage, and I didn't want him there. I was like, what happened? And they're like, well, here's all the stuff he did, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me about this? That's not a good dad. You had a bad dad, and you made me think you had a good dad who just was misunderstood. I don't know what I'm going on about. I'm kind of a couple whiskeys in. But, wait, was that spiced rum or whiskey? It was spiced rum. There's a pretty lady on it. It's got to be spiced rum, right? But yeah, no. Family dynamics, man. People need to take care of their kids. And I'm trying. Here's a fun fact, though. All of my kids are way more talented than me. Like, my kids will come up with these drawings, and they're like, look what I did. And I'm like, I couldn't do that. I'm about to big eyes steal your shit right now and claim that's mine because that is so dang cute and, like, my aesthetic, and I want it to be mine, and it's not. You made it. God damn it. They got all my grandpa's talent, dude. Oh, yeah. Those non-milky teas. Everyone needs to drink the milky tea, man. Of course, which won't be available until we have 200 members in the cult, so that's probably my fault. All right. I think that's what I want. I think? Probably. Oh my god, it's looking kind of cute. And now I've got to add layers. This is going to take a while. I thought this wouldn't take that long, and I'm lying. Or I'm just taking my sweet time because I'm actually stupid. Here, hold on. I'm taking my break. Taking my hour break. And then I'm going to put on some different music that... Oh no. I'm being exposed as a Damien Rice listener. Yeah. The people who were like, I'm not going to have kids and committed, and were like, yeah, I don't want kids, that's good. If you don't want kids and you commit to that, that's fine too. It's the people who are like, I want kids real bad, and then they don't know how to take care of them. Those are the people I don't like. You're fine. You got your trains, dude. Like, that would be my other option, was to just have my hobbies. That's it. Like, my trains. If I hadn't met my husband, that would be the path, because I'm not... No. I can't imagine being in the dating world ever. So yeah. Honestly, in a sense, good for you, because since you divorced those women, that means your kids never had to go through parents who were divorcing. The kids that you don't have. You didn't put children through that. So, I mean, good on you. Because that's that was something that really got me. One of my favorite actors is Bruce Campbell, and I read his autobiography, and he said that that was the only time. He's like, that was the first time I ever cried, was like when my parents got divorced, and then the second time he cried was when his wife was like, I want a divorce, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to put my kids through that, so so for me it was just like, work through that stuff, but you didn't even you didn't even put anybody through that. Good on you. Besides your bitch ex-wives. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Are we are we friends with our ex-wives? I don't understand. Are your wives ex-wives bad people? Do it. Am I allowed to call them bitches? Because I'll hate on them all night if that's cool, but not if you're friends with them. I'm a real girl's girl. I'll stick up for you. Your ex is nasty. Okay, so you don't even know. Okay. Wait, my camera's really bad, but the moon's really cool right now. There's still Damien Rice playing in the background. That's so bad. Oh, as I was talking, a really weird noise was made, and it was not a cow. Oh, fuck. Now there's a crack in the trees. God damn it. We had our duck disappear a while ago, and I think it was a fox or a coyote. And she was the one who laid eggs. We had two drakes and a. Okay, it's just cows. Thank God. Um, yeah, we had two drakes and a duck, and I don't know what you call a female duck, but she went missing, and I'm pretty sure a coyote got her because it's starting to get cold and the animals are starting to get bolder. So we're kind of. Mm-mm. Brad, I know for a goddamn fact you've seen Evil Dead and you've seen Army of Darkness. Brad, if you try to tell me that you haven't seen Army of Darkness, one of the greatest movies ever made. Oh no, yeah, dude. I don't whistle at night here, for sure. But it's definitely horror status. I was thinking about making a horror miniseries back in the winter when we first got here with our barn and stuff because our barn is creepy as hell. We have to clean it out and get it ready. But I was thinking about doing that because like I pretty much feel secure in the rest of the place, but we have a little forest in the back that we haven't done anything with yet. So that place can get kind of creepy. I know there was a family of rabbits back there at one point and deer, and that doesn't sound scary. All right. Rabbits and deer aren't scary, but I know there's coyotes too. But actually deer can get scary because I heard that they have like this weird zombie disease where their eyes go like pale and they get nicked on everything and they have like open wounds. And you're supposed to like put them down and call the CDC afterward or the your local forest and or sorry, your local game and fishing, what's the word? Association, basically, to be like, yo, this thing has this disease and I put it down and you need to come get it. I don't know. I've been finding out weird things about deer because we were camping out in our backyard recently for a holiday and we heard this owl that we'd never heard before and it was making creepy noises and getting closer and my kids were like, ah. I was like, it's fine, everything's good, right? And then we heard a buck. And I don't know if you've heard like deer do that like deep growl that they do, but it's terrifying and it goes for miles. And it did that right after we heard that owl getting closer. And my kids were like, what's that? And I'm like, that's about jackalope ingredients. Let me just get out my alchemist circle and create some jackalopes. What do you mean I can do it with taxidermy? Get out of here. I had a great uncle who was really good at taxidermy, actually. And I regret not talking. I mean, I was a kid when I met him, but I regret not talking to him about it more because he was like, because I've seen some taxidermy where it's like, oh, this is garbage. And then I realize, oh, these are people trying their best and they're actually pretty good at it. Like the people who get it really good are like masters at taxidermy. And he had this really cool, it was, people would bring him roadkill and they brought him a fox and a baby fox. And they were like, can you do something with this? And he was like, absolutely. And he took some porcupine quills and he made a scene where the baby was picking porcupine quills out of the mother's face. It was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. And I didn't appreciate it for what it was because they're like, oh, taxidermy, like obviously he's good at it, whatever. But no, he was so good. And he passed away years ago. All I remember is that his wife smoked cigarettes in the house and made their house smell like cigarettes, and I hate that. My music playlist is playing more Damien Rice, and it's exposing me. That's infuriating. You only listen to Damien Rice if you're a 19-year-old boy who's gone through a breakup. Yeah, barking, those are the dogs down the street that harass my chickens all the time. All right, I've taken my break. Just turn off my camera really quick. Oh no, I'm out of drink. That's not good. How am I supposed to fuel my insanity without drink? Yeah, get that cello out of here. Hold on. Oh shit. Drumming's on. That's good. I only listen to music from the early 2000s. Owls get huge. I've seen some hawks out here where I'm just like, get these chickens in the coop because these birds of prey get so huge. Where is my... I'm going to listen to Spirit Phone again this week. This week on Milky Listens to Music She Likes. What? No, you have food. Don't talk to me like that. Oh, the dog's chasing you? That's okay. You can come up here. Yeah, you're a cat and you like it like that. My husband broke the rule. We're supposed to only have orange male cats, and he brought home a gray female cat, and she was pregnant. And she gave birth in my clothes. And she won't leave there. So now I don't have clothes. She's like, this is a... Okay, get... Yeah, let's go. Sorry. Oh, I probably did. I repeat the same things 50 times over. That's just my life. Okay, EQ's getting a snack. We can't start without EQ. I'm kidding. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, my drink's gone. Wait. I haven't done much with my life, Brad. I only have the same 5 stories. I've lived in the same town for most of my life. I've had the same 4 brothers. No, 3 brothers. Whoops. Who's the 4th? Auditions are open. Oh, wait, hold on. You want to see something cool? Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Stop being mad at me. Can you put your foot down? Put your foot. It's okay. You can put your foot down. I'm putting you down. There you go. That's one of our chicks. 10 of them hatched. And they're all doing really, really good. So we're going to have 10 more chickens. And I don't know how many of them are roosters, if I'm being real. But I hope most of them are egg layers because I would like 10 eggs a day. Alright, I'm going to pick you up now. Ready? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, chickens are cool as hell, dude. Little dude. I hope not. I hope they're mostly ladies. I hope they're mostly little ladies. Wait, I had some of this prepped and I squished it. My bad. It's gonna be this thing again. Oh, now it's cold again because I left. Brad, why am I allowed to do things? Why am I allowed to go outside? Make poor decisions. I should probably get a snack too. Miss the chick? I'll bring it back. It'll be a different one, but I'll bring it back. I'm sorry! Don't be mad at me. No. You need to chill out. We're going down. Ready? Ready? Okay, you want to stay in my hand? That's fine. Say hi to the chat. Oh, now you shut up. Yeah, these rock, dude. I got to see a bunch of baby chicks hatch. It was rad. We have actually only one chicken that we're keeping for pet. No. No, you stay in my hand. You can get hurt, dude. There you go. Whoa. We have one rooster. It's a bantam. It is the size of a tortellini. Welcome to the little chicken dude show. I'm little dude. No, that's him, dude. Or them. I don't know. One of them at least. Actually, the odds are lots of them. I'm terrified of having a bunch of roosters. I hate roosters. They're so mean. We have one good rooster. He's supposed to be mean. He's a bantam, but he's not. He's a sweet little dude. But we're not going to eat him, and he can't lay eggs, so he's basically like the kid's pet. I love him. I've probably talked about him before. I haven't had a yoo-hoo in a long time. I haven't thought about yoo-hoos in a long time. I used to get them we had a 99-cent store, and before we left, they closed down, and we're like, no! And then a Spirit Halloween opened up, and I was like, no! The prophecy has been fulfilled. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna kind of pull some more on this guy. I know, but we're gonna get geese for that, and we're gonna get we have one guinea, and he barks at everything. It's a prophecy, dude. Something closes down. The Spirit Halloween's gonna be there by October, September even, and they're gonna have that rare Halloween stuff, dude. I don't like how that's sticking together. Oh, we're gonna get a. I want to get a donkey. My husband isn't so sure. My mom's definitely gonna get a donkey. So when she gets a donkey, we'll go visit her, and I'll show my husband. Yo, look at my mom's donkey. We should get a donkey, and then he'll get a donkey probably. We have to put a lot of fences up, dude. Yeah, I know. They also bite everything. I saw one carry a goat around. I was like, okay. That's that goat's life now. In the hands of a donkey. Also, you can stack animals on top of it and make a musical troupe. I don't know. I don't know a lot about donkeys. Alright. I'm not gonna go too hard on the detail here. Let's go. I'm just adding layers, aren't I? So no, there we go. Yes. Yes. That just means if this falls and breaks or falls on the ground, it's going to break easier because of how easy it is to get that stuff off. The truth about me. According to Shrek, yeah. But you got to find a dragon. That's the difficult part. And get the donkey to seduce the dragon. But then again, like, somehow they managed with a zebra, right? And that's like something that's like, I had a zebra, I had a donkey, I didn't know they could mate, and then they did, and now I'm okay with it. I know a guy. I think you know a guy who will put armor on a giraffe and call it a dragon. I'm not buying it, Brad. You're not fooling me. And then the world understands. You know, Brad, it just hit me. I was watching Sonic the Hedgehog, the Boom show with my kids today, Sonic Boom. And that show, here's the thing about Sonic Boom, the cartoon show. It's absolute garbage. But it is garbage on purpose because that game, Sonic Boom, did so poorly because it was full of glitches and it was full of nonsense and it was bad. Nothing was a feature. Everything was a bug, right? So when they did the show, they were like, we don't give a crap. Just do whatever you want. We don't care, right? So they did, and it has some really good jokes, and it's really funny because of this. Now there's a character in there. She is a badger. Her name is Styx, and she's very displeased because she's a conspiracy theorist. And I can't not think of the displeased badger from now on. I'm just like, this is the best character. This is my favorite one. And she's not going to be in anything ever again because that game was so bad. But I love Styx. She's great. That whole show is really good. Vegan dragon. Okay, that's what we're going with. Okay. Whatever you say, man. Vegan dragon. Nice try. Yeah, Sonic Boom. It came out in 2000 and I want to say 13, 15, somewhere in there. It was like, it was at the point where Sega was like, we don't really care anymore, and they just made a super bad Sonic game. And yeah, they did a show about it, and the creators just had a blast. They didn't care. Yeah, I think Sonic Boom had 4 games, I think, for the DS and the Wii U. So yeah, that'll date it. I don't remember when the Wii U was a thing. I'm gonna say 2000 and my daughter was how old? 16. Yeah, Sonic Boom is like the worst thing. I remember back when I was a Game Grumps fan, I used to watch the Game Grumps play it. But now I don't watch the Game Grumps anymore because Aaron is very annoying. I watch Oni Plays. Do you watch Oni Plays? Oni Plays is great. I keep not liking how these turn out, and that's my fault. Here we go. Oh God, my favorite game of all time? Nope. I can't. The one I probably played the most is Twilight Princess for the Wii, Legend of Zelda. I like the game Okami. That's this character right here. Okami's one of my favorites. Resident Evil 1 remake for the GameCube. That's another one that I've replayed a bunch. That's really hard. That's fantastically hard. Yeah, no, those ones probably. Okami's so good. I replayed that thousands of times on the Wii. Oh, no, yeah. Sonic got so good after... Well, I think Sonic Adventure 2 is probably the best one. Okay, I didn't even know Dandy's World was a game. Hold on. Dreamcast was ahead of its time. Big video game you kept. Yes. Yes, they did. My mom will always swear by the Game Gear having the best graphics in the world for a handheld. And God bless her, because she's not wrong, but she's not right at all. My brother got a Game Gear when he was... My oldest brother, he's in his 40s now, and it's like... She's like, the Game Gear was the best one. She'd look at my DS and be like, the Game Gear was the best. And I'm like, okay, you're just saying that because you had to spend money on it. I thought Dandy's World was like a cartoon. I had no idea. Everyone was requesting me to do Dandy's World. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I am 76 years old. Ooh, Assassin's Creed is good. Here's the thing. I think I like Tears of the Kingdom. I think Breath of the Wild is a better game, but I mean, it's the stuff you can do in Tears of the Kingdom. I really liked... I even made a Dragon of Ganondorf. I made my brother a milk bottle with Ganon Dragon in it, and he was eating the light dragon, right? And I gave it to my brother, and I said, I think you'll think this is cool. And he's like, I haven't beat Tears of the Kingdom yet. And I was like, I regret so many life decisions, this being like one of the top ones. Like, I would have just kept it if I'd known he hadn't beaten it. Bass fishing is really cool, though. I don't like pure fishing games. I like for me, if a game doesn't have fishing in it, it's not technically a good... It's not like gonna get 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I just finished Silent Hill F. No fishing. It's not gonna get a 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah, because, well... Also, Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild don't have fishing, though. And they didn't top it because Tears of the Kingdom was supposed to be a DLC. What the fuck did I do here? It was supposed to be DLC, and they were like, well, let's just make it a whole game because we found out that these developer tools can be actually used in game and it would be a lot of fun for people. Like, I love the Zonai people. I think they're really neat, but I also think they took away a lot of, like, really cool story elements about the Sheikah because... let me tell you this. I have this... Let me talk myself up. I have this sixth sense about things that are going to be popular, and I've never used it for anything. And I never will because I always think that's really dumb. No one's going to like that. Like, there was a fox trend a few years back that I was like, oh, I love foxes, and I was doing everything foxes, and then like Target and everyone and your mom started doing foxes. I was like, oh, this is cool. This applies to me. And then my husband realized, wait, but this is the thing you're currently into right now. Like, that's... And it kept happening. Anyway, the Sheikah thing. I had said years before Breath of the Wild came out, I'm like, I really just hope they focus on the Sheikah because I love the Sheikah and I want them to do something with that, right? And then they did. They were like, well, the Sheikah came up with all this technology and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's rad as hell. And then Tears of the Kingdom came out and they were like, yeah, let's not talk about that ever again. And I'm like, I hate everyone involved in this game. Oh my god. This is gonna be so fluffy looking. What more do I want? I want fishing. I told you. This is the fishing in Tears of the Kingdom is very creative, like the way people have done it, but I don't know, man. Okay, EQ. I'll be real with you. He says he won't talk politics anymore about once every 6 months. You're good. He can't help himself. I love the guy, but he's got some he says some things that he doesn't mean a lot. And that's one of them. Because he's like, it makes me unhappy to do it. I just want to play video games. And then he's like, but I have to do it. He can't not do it. It's like, I do that too, where it's just like, I try so hard not to, like, dump on people with crap I'm talking about right now. You know what I'm gonna do, actually? I'm gonna, I'm so unsure of what I'm supposed to do here. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. Yeah, no. So yeah, he'll do that a lot, where he's like, I'm not gonna do this thing anymore, and he just does it anyway because it's what he wants to do. He's not gonna not do what he wants to do. That's life. Do I have oil? Do I have oil? Oh, I know I poured it somewhere. I did. Yeah, he is an inevitable force of nature. That's just the facts, dude. He gets into some pretty dark places for a while, and then he comes right out of it. And you know what? I'm pretty sure he does this every fall. Now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm going, didn't he do this last time before he went home to England? He just kind of does that. Yeah, stick to the trains. Video games are great and I love them, but if you get caught up in all that stuff, you're just gonna regret it, man. I'm trying to add. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to add like kind of fadey details. Brad, you're being a bad influence. Not on my stream, you won't. Oh no, now there's oil on my fingers, and now it's making this clay all sticky. Don't listen to Brad. He's speaking the truth, but it's still not right. Sometimes the truth isn't right for all of us. Never found his own when he died. Okay. Kind of like this. Not in frame. Great job. I was about to say my real name. None of you will ever know it. Ha! Sorry, I'm not talking, but I'm kind of focused. And also, this song is fucking killer diller. It's hard not to be with how this goddamn fox was. Brad, you missed when this fox was shaped like an absolute little. It was not shaped appropriately. Let me just say that it was just legs, and then this hung over, and then I put the head on, and it was just. Wait? Why are you crying? What's wrong, baby? Why are you crying? Did you fall off the bed while sleeping? You're a nightmare, dude. That's my real name. I'm actually the Smash Bros. Hand. I pretend to play with little figurines from the Smash Bros. Universe and Smash Bros. Universe from the Nintendo universe. And you fell off, didn't you? You were sleeping just fine, and then you fell off. Oh my god, you're a funny little dog. Am I Master Hand or Crazy Hand? Record played. Ugh. When he died, I'm so many rejections in his mind. I think that's pretty neat. Oh, after this next layer, I can start to put the tail where I want it. Actually, oh wow. No, this is Lemon Demon. This is something I've been listening to since I was like 10 years old. No, 13? Anyway, my favorite band is Modest Mouse. They're also old as hell. But this is one of my favorite albums of all time. It's called Spirit Phone by Lemon Demon. Every year I just play this album and just it's a good one. It's one of the best ones that anyone's ever made. If I'm being real. Which I'm never being real because I'm on the internet and everything on the internet's fake. But if I were to be real, this is one of the best albums. You want Peter Gabriel? You want David Bowie? You want Talking Heads? You want Primus? It's got all of it. It's so good. It's got the good stuff. Notice how I didn't say Phil Collins because they're not the same person. This is gonna be so darn fluffy. I think, maybe. Or it's gonna look like one of those weird cats. Take your pick. Oh, it's cookie. It's kind of cute. I like it. Oh, I gotta. Oh, yeah. This one's called Sweet Bud. It's about cannibalism. This whole album is about the occult. I do remember the B-52s. I haven't listened to like a full B-52 album. I obviously know their hits, you know, Rock Lobster, Monster Mash, Love Shack. Wait, I have listened to a full album, and then that's when I realized that they were a punk band. But I haven't like sat down and just like listened to them for hours and hours on end. Because my husband actually listens to the B-52s for real, and he's like, this one, and I'm like, that's just punk music. What is this? I didn't know that. They were so popular, I didn't realize they were punk. Why are you crying? Sweetheart, what's wrong? God, she's gotten so huge. I haven't Latigra. I haven't listened to Latigra since I was like a baby. But Gorillaz was one of my favorite bands growing up. I attended every online event, learned all the lore. And then I stopped after a while, and I don't know why. And I'm not all caught up. All I know is that my favorite villain from the Powerpuff Girls joined the band for a while, and I was like, that's cool, I guess. Someone made a choice, and it was probably Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett, who are geniuses and also idiots at the same time. I kind of just like pulling on this clay, if I'm being real. I don't even want to make anything anymore. I just want to pull on this clay. Yeah, I think Gorillaz is one of the greatest groups put together, but it doesn't count because it's just a bunch of people getting together and having a good time. So they're not a real band, and you shouldn't like them. I'm kidding. It's crazy to think that once upon a time I was like telling my brother, I was like, yeah, I like Gorillaz a lot. I'm into them right now. And there was a point in time where he was like, isn't that band that was started by like the guy from Blur? And nobody really knew who they were. And then I think Demon Days came out and they just exploded. They exploded, literally. They're all dead. Alright, does that look like... Oh, and if you're in a punk band, that's the best instrument to have is drums, because you're like, I don't want to destroy that. So your punk band will just keep going. Drums is the best thing to have. I had a friend, since I'm not using names, this is fine, but I had a friend secretly learn how to play the drums and then tell me, don't tell anyone that I'm learning how to play the drums. And I'm like, is this real life? Like, just tell people. Like, they got quite good at them, and I'm just like, just tell people you know how to play the drums. Like, this is ridiculous. But it was a personal thing, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna tell anybody. But I've seen them drum, and they're super good, and it's like, why don't you go tell people what you're doing? I never fully learned any musical instrument. My brother got me a bass, and I practiced with it a lot. And I ended up giving it to my daughter, who was pretty freaking good at it, actually, honestly. She learned some hymns on there that were just like, oh. I should probably make them all start a little Christian group so they can make Thank you, Scraps Kid Doodle. Thank you for the good luck. I'm gonna need it because I am not good at anything and I don't know how to do anything. You're paralyzed. Alright, I'm gonna add kind of a layer on there. Make it kind of... hold on. Welcome to the one where I just pull at shit and you have to watch me do that while I talk about nonsense. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. That was a mistake. I didn't do that. Hold on. What in the name of God can I be? Okay. Let's see. I kind of want it to be big and fluffy, so... 1862, and I was born in India. That's good. Can y'all see that? I just realized I wasn't looking at the screen at all. I was putting that on. Living in the wall. I know I might be small, but again, freak. Alright. You do what you want, man. This is America. Oh, you know what that means? I'm going to have to add black paint and wipe it off to get in the little indents to really highlight the fact that this is textured and make sure the fur pops out because it's all one gray bland color. Thank you, Brad. I'm really excited about this because I was pulling apart some clay and I was like, this could be a really cool texture. But I'm not going to be able to finish this for this stream. That's unfortunate. I'll finish it next stream. Maybe do another fox more simplified, or just the Ninja Turtles like you suggested. I don't have any air dry clay though. I wanted to do them in air dry clay. But I still have a whole mask. Yeah, I might, but make her like an actual badger, like but with the markings. But I'll make her displeased. So it's gonna have several different meanings and subtexts. Wait, hold on. Pull that apart. Not meanings and subtext, just too many inside jokes to count. How's that sound? Ginger Badger. Yeah, she's great. She's a little conspiracy theorist. I love her. And that reminds me of a certain badger we know. Work at this time of... Hold on, let me check. Uh-oh. Don't exit the stream. Isn't it like 9 o'clock where you're at? That's crazy. Tell them they can eat a spoonful of cinnamon and never contact you again. That's how you deal with work emails or texts. Not like that. Turn. I don't like that twist. You can buy the games. Oh, those bastards. No, at least they informed you. Sometimes my husband had a job where he worked like it's like 2 hours away, but it's only supposed to be an hour and a half. But the traffic was nightmarish. And sometimes if he woke up late, he would just straight up call and be like, yo, dog, I'm not making it into work today. Sorry. Like, it's just going to take me so long to get there that it'll just be too much. And some days we'd have to sleep in because he had to wake up at 3 in the morning to leave for work. And so we had children, and there's no... Sometimes they just keep you up, dude. Oh, wait, these can kind of go together. No, they can't. That's fine. This is America after all. Just keep trying. You can't do it right. Uncle Sam will always be on your side. Right? Alright. I'm kind of getting in a zone. I've stopped talking. Uh-oh. What did I do? That's fine. Hold on. Here we go. Brad, did Resident Evil come out already? Because I just bought Silent Hill and I'm more loyal to the Resident Evil franchise. I'm a Capcom girl, and if Resident Evil already came out, then I'm screwed. I need to get Resident Evil. Because I have brand loyalty for some reason. Oh! What does that mean? What is the county treasurer? What is he implying? Oh, you know what I forgot to include in my... I recorded a video for this, but I forgot to include the fact that Konami is still not forgiven for what they did to Kojima, and I gotta re-record that whole section now. Shoot. I want it to be known, Silent Hill F is a very good game, but they're still not forgiven for what they did to Kojima. Apparently, Guillermo del Toro was going to be involved in Silent Hills, and I'm his #1 fangirl. It's a lie, but I love him. They should have just let Kojima do what he wanted. That's where he thrives, when you let him do what he wants. Do y'all remember when he wanted to make a floppy disk smell like human blood? Because I wasn't there, but I still remember. He was like, yo, check it out. If you put this chemical on a floppy disk, when you put it in, it'll heat up, and then it's going to smell like blood while you're trying to solve these crimes. And they went, Kojima, you can't do that. And he said, why not? And then they said, you're fired. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Konami was the first person to fire him. Keep that treasure in your favorites. Invite him out for weekend brunches and be like, yo, we're friends now. Oh. That way, any crime you do, you can incriminate him in when you do the crime. If you're gonna do a crime. You don't have to. So you put the floppy disk in the computer, and the computer heats up the floppy disk. Because computers run hot. And it's like when they put those chemicals on the switches. So that the kids won't eat them. To make them taste bad. So yeah, it'll heat up, and it makes it smell like, it gives it like a irony smell. Yeah, because, I mean, your computer's going to heat up. My PlayStation, while playing Silent Hill F, almost died. That shit got hot. And it was like, hey, we can't play this game anymore. And I'm like, well, we got to figure something out, because I'm not putting it down for anything. That is a jinx. Do I owe you a Coke, or do you owe me a Coke? Or do you play the one where you're not supposed to speak? Which one do you do? Well, be polite. Don't talk about the internet. Your grandpa doesn't understand. You will not bring your Game Boy or whatever to the table. You understand? He doesn't understand. As your father, I will never admit it. As your brother, I expressly forbid it. My PS4 sounds like an F-16. Yeah, my husband fucked ours up one day. He was like, I'm gonna play some Monster Hunter Worlds, and I'm like, cool. It's really hot in here though, be careful. And he was like, got it. He was like, it's getting really hot. I'm like, okay, well put this towel like with with a fan and the ice and like just keep it cooled down. I caught him with the ice, no towel, no fan, and I was like, this is it for us. And sure enough, the PS4 died. And I got angry about it and destroyed my thing. No, but I was just like, well, we have no PS4 now. Thank you. And then my friend gave me hers, and it was all good. But yeah, I said never do that again. If a PlayStation's heating up, just turn it off, run a fan on it, walk away for a while. Which is not what I did for Final Fantasy. I saw F-17 and I was like, Final Fantasy 17? No, that's not what I did for Silent Hill F. Oh, it disconnected? Yeah, hold on. That was the problem for my PS5. There was hella dust in it. And that was my fault for not taking care of the poor thing. Okay, that is amazing. That's cool. Next week, I'm going to add kind of a black layer on there and put the little feet in here. And I'm going to put her mask on. Oh no! Yeah, you gotta take like a toothbrush or a paintbrush and get in there and kind of go, hey, and not make it too moist, because otherwise it's you're gonna destroy your PlayStation. And that's it for you, dude. Okay, while this sits down, it's supposed to kind of come down like that. I earn my life. Okay, and then he's gonna have two little legs that are gray too, but I might have to put him on next week because it is coming up on the 2-hour mark. And that means my family comes home. And I want to make sure that my kids are never on the stream. Because the internet is bad for children. Which is a shame, because I grew up with the internet and it wasn't bad for children. Well, maybe it was. It was kind of bad for children at the time. But it was pretty bad for children, wasn't it? I might have just lied. Where's my blade? There's my blade. I earn my life. I earn my life. My father never lied. I'm gonna put. Oh, I'm not talking. I'm gonna put little black. Well, I'm gonna put little claws on his little paws. I put little claws on the little paws, and then I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna put in some black here, and I'm gonna make the face and paint the face black. Actually, I can do that right now, maybe. Okay, I have 2 minutes. I have a minute. I have no minutes. Oh yeah, everything's bad. Everything's really bad right now, and I just don't know why. Jesus Christ. I honestly thought I had like a full 2 minutes, and now the 2 minutes are up. That's crazy. It shows how good I am at keeping track of time. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna pop some fluff on here and then I'm gonna get out of here. Take my big break, which is where I go to bed. Oh, I didn't even see Brad's comment. I don't have a problem not being able to access anything on my phone, to be real. Like, I wanted to get a dumb phone, but they don't operate out here, the Japanese ones. You have to run them on, like, G3, and G3 doesn't... Or 3G? 3G? 5G. 3G, yeah. 3G doesn't run out here. Am I saying it wrong again? Alright, that's cool. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's supposed to kind of look like a Halloween... like a Halloween werewolf kind of effect. You know, like when you watch those old werewolf movies and the fur looks really bad. I'm kind of really happy with this. Because I'm going to spoil the game for you right now. There is a scene where someone's got a big old Halloween looking ass werewolf arm. It's supposed to be a fox arm. But it's so fantastic and weird, and it's just, the game is just perfect. I'm talking about Silent Hill off again. I really like that game. Alright, I'm gonna get that on there. And then I'm gonna take a break and bake this and come back and work on it next week, I think. That's supposed to kind of go that way. That's supposed to kind of go that way. And then she's gonna have a big old mask on her face next week. If I have any talent. No talent! Oh no! EQ, you're also thinking we're living in end times. You can't come around here anymore. We think alike too much. But to be fair, my great-grandfather also said, hey, yo, dog, it's end times. Yeah, but it's looking that way, huh? It's not fun to think about, but it's also kind of fun to speculate about. Woo! I don't know. I'm not a rapture person, just so you know. I'm not the rapture kind of person. I don't believe that everyone's going to be taken up in a big woohoo one day, and I don't know how you found me, dude. That's wild. I don't like the fact that we have similar views. No, there can be only me. Only I can exist as this person. No, yeah. It's that stuff's kind of fun for me to think about. Okay, that's gonna look kind of good, I think. I'm gonna not put the arm on. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But here's how it looks for now. It's kind of swirly. I might have to get in there and cut some more swirls in. But I like it so far. Like I said, I gotta go in with a black paint and then highlight it, and I don't know if that's how you do that, right? I never remember how to do it. The wash, a dark wash. But yeah, that's kind of a preview of what's gonna be next week. So I'm gonna end the stream, pop this in the oven, and I'll get us all ready for next week, which will be the end times. I'm kidding. I mean, it'll be the end times for this, millennium, maybe. I don't know. I don't pay attention to what other people say about this stuff. Anyway. Because it's all hooey and they can't know anything. But I'm gonna take off, and here is my 3 foxes so far. Get that clay off here. And I think they're looking pretty cute. I do like the suggestion of just the one tail. Thank you, EQ. That too many tails would have been too distracting, I think. So, with that, I'm going to take off. And I'm going to thank all of y'all for coming to my stream and making it worthwhile and making it fun. So, I love y'all. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.